Hello and welcome back to my channel. So, today I wanted to do something a little quick, something a little fun, hopefully to help me up my art game. So this past month I've been a little busy, so I wanted to do a quick little study of the artwork of the mangaka Shirahama Kamome, aka the mangaka of Witch Hat Atelier. Her artwork is absolutely stunning, beautiful, breathtaking. She has these beautiful hatching marks, which is what I adore and I would love to steal from her. So that's kind of what I did. I'm going to start my little video. So I did a quick 30-minute study of her artwork. As you can see, I have some references of her art from specifically the manga Witch Hat Atelier because it's so beautiful and breathtaking. So at first I just, copied or tried to copy the drawing of Coco to the best of my abilities. I'm not necessarily trying to copy like her style exactly, but I want to kind of understand how she adds these hatch marks, because the way that she adds them really helps give the cloth such depth. So as you can see here, I am just tracing over this beautiful panel of Quiffrey, and I'm tracing over and trying to figure out where she puts these hatch marks. And eventually I will do the outline and then put the hatch, and then try to guess the hatch marks that she put and see how close I am to guessing her hatch marks, to like how close I get to it basically. But I just wanted to do a very quick study of this, mostly because I was busy, but also definitely a procrastinator, even on fun YouTube videos that I enjoy. So very last minute. So if I were to actually study her artwork more, I would definitely want to do more panel studies of her. But I'm just mostly trying to figure out the hatch marking for like this purpose basically. So then I decided to do an original artwork, my own artwork, and try to incorporate my quick hatching studies onto this piece. So I took a reference picture or reference pose from the Zeet Studios recent Mononoke session. This pose I really enjoyed the vibe of it and decided to turn it into Jillian from Heaven's Official Blessing because that fandom really has its grip on me. I love it very dearly. So I decided to try to, incorporate the hatching that I tried to study from, even though it was very quick. I think I only did like 30 minutes, but I still feel like those 30 minutes helped me kind of understand, because the way she does her hatching on cloth especially definitely feels like she wants to show the flow of the cloth, because when I do hatching I typically think of it of showing lights and darks, and that is kind of what she's doing, but her hatching helps, like she doesn't do like just like straight hatching or like cross hatching. She has a lot of bended hatches that move with the fabric, which I think is a very different approach than I normally see people do hatching. I mean, like the way I do hatching, because I'm a very lazy artist, that I just kind of want to get done quickly, I guess you can say. I don't have a lot of patience, which is why I think digital art really works well for me. I have zero patience, in fact. I like to get things done like quickly or as quickly as I can. So I definitely think that doing hatches her way is a little more complicated because I have to, well, maybe because I don't study fabric all that much, and understanding the feel and helping with the weight and how it flows all that often, that I have to think a lot harder and be like, okay, the way that the fabric bends, doing this curved hatch will help it feel the move. Because definitely when you look at the way she does her hatching, especially in that one Quiffrey panel, I think that's how you say his name. I have no idea because it's manga, so I don't know how they pronounce it. But that one panel, very iconic. Everyone who loves this man knows that panel. But when you look at the way she does her hatches, it has such a flow to it that you can really feel the way that the fabric is moving as he's like holding it and twirling it. And you can feel the density and the weight of that fabric. And it's just so it's so beautiful that I wish that I had more time, or put more time, I guess I should say, into studying her art, because the way she does her hatching really helps with the flow and the feel of the clothing that her characters are wearing. So, yeah, so when I did this, I didn't necessarily, I don't want to necessarily like copy her style. Like, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to how can I incorporate her hatching into my style, because I do love it, but it's something that I don't hatch a lot in my artwork. If you see my previous videos, you can probably see that I just tend to do the line art, and then I'll do my flat colors, and then I just like render it on top. So for this one, I really wanted to try to incorporate more of her hatching. Like, I was very like, okay, I don't want to spend a lot of time actually like rendering this, because I want the main focus to be on the line art and doing the hatching. So yeah, the line art took me the bulk of this drawing, and the color I do add color. The color is very small, limited, but I think it did help pull it together and help that feel. But I just want to mainly focus on the line art and figuring out hatching. I feel like I did a decent job. I did get lazy at some point, because doing hatching is I don't, it's like I enjoy it, but I also want to be done quickly. So, but this is such a meticulous process that like you can't be done quickly. But I think I did have fun doing this. It's something that I don't do very often. I just do my liner, and then once I get it done, then I color and stuff. But I had a lot of fun. I think I did get like messy and not as nice in some of my hatching marks, but that's okay. Also, I'm pretty sure Shirahama Kamome does most of her artwork traditionally, because at least I think so. I'm not too sure. She probably does a lot of it digitally, but since this is on Procreate, I wasn't sure what brush to use to help aid in that feeling that she has in her brush. But I think I got a pretty decent brush. I think it's like a fountain pen brush. I'd have to double check what brush I used. But it does have nice thick and thins. I used one size throughout this whole piece, and I was able to get those really thin hatching marks and also have those thick outlines. But I did make it Jillian, because season 2 of the Dongha, I think that's what it is out. And I've only seen 3 episodes because I was recording. I believe there's only 3 episodes out at the moment. But it is so good. It's so fun seeing all of the characters again and seeing them live. Since I was reading the books, it's definitely harder to imagine what's going on. I feel like me as a reader and me as an anime watcher I have very different understandings. So actually saying what happens in like book 2, I'm like, oh, I get it now. I can see it now. Definitely, I'm a visual person. So watching the Dongha and like, especially putting faces to names, I have such a hard time. I read these names and I see, because the books do have images in them, and I see some of the characters and I'm like, oh, okay. But it's actually watching the Dongha and seeing these characters more and like act, I'm like, okay, I get it now. I can see them. I can see their personality. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. It's definitely, yeah, the donghua, very good. Very excited. I'm just excited to understand because I'm all caught up with the books that are released. Book 8 is gonna come out very soon, actually, this November, I think. So I'm very excited to see how it ends, and also for when the donghua animates the story, so I can truly get that grasp of what I'm reading, because I feel like it doesn't hit as hard when I'm reading it. But yeah, this is what I did for my process. I had a lot of fun. It definitely is. I think I was able to get a good grasp of how Shirahama Kamone does a lot of her hatching, even from my quick 30-minute sketching or like study, because it's still like me trying to understand, even if it is very quick and fast. I still feel like I got that grasp of like how she did it. I want to study more of her artwork because it's so beautiful and I admire her just so greatly. But for just starting out and doing a quick study, I think it's a good start. And I'm really proud of how this piece turned out. I think, yeah, I love him, and I am proud of how it turned out. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Are there any artists that you want to study and take something from them and incorporate into your art? Because yeah, this is why I wanted to do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!